You're fasting, you're tired, your schedule is completely flipped, and the last thing your brain wants to do is sit down and study English. Sound familiar? Every Ramadan, so many English learners just stop. They tell themselves they'll pick it back up after Eid, and then weeks go by and they've lost their momentum. But here's the thing. You don't have to choose between Ramadan and your English. You just have to change how you learn. In this lesson, I'm going to show you exactly how smart learners keep making progress during Ramadan without burning out. If you're new here, I'm Ms. Aisha, and I help you speak natural, confident English in real life. Let's get into it. Let's be honest about what Ramadan does to your routine. Your sleep schedule shifts. You're eating at different times. Your energy levels drop, especially in the afternoon. Your focus isn't what it normally is. And on top of all of that, you have prayers, family time, and community obligations that take up your evenings. Your normal study routine was built for a different version of your day. So when you try to force the same habits into Ramadan, and they don't work, it's not a personal failure. It's just a mismatch between your method and your reality. The mistake most learners make is thinking that if they can't study the same way they normally do, they shouldn't study at all. That's all or nothing thinking, and it's what causes people to fall behind every single year. The solution isn't to push harder. It's to study smarter and adjust your approach to fit the season you're actually in. The first strategy is to shrink your study sessions. Instead of trying to sit down for 30 or 60 minutes, aim for 10 to 15 minutes. That's it. Research actually shows that shorter, more frequent study sessions are often more effective than long ones anyway, because your brain retains information better when it's not overwhelmed. During Ramadan, this works even better because your focus window is naturally shorter. 10 minutes before suhoor while you're having your pre-dawn meal. 10 minutes after Fajr when the house is quiet. 10 minutes after iftar before you get too sleepy. These small windows add up to real progress over 30 days. The goal isn't to cover everything. The goal is to stay connected to the language so you don't lose what you've already built. Consistency over volume. Every single time. During Ramadan, lean heavily into passive learning. This means consuming English without sitting down to formally study. Listen to an English podcast while you're cooking iftar. Watch a short YouTube video in English while you're resting in the afternoon. Put on an English TV show while you're relaxing after Taraweeh. Follow English accounts on social media and read posts as you scroll. This kind of learning doesn't feel like studying, but it keeps your brain exposed to the language. You're absorbing vocabulary, sentence patterns, and natural pronunciation without draining your energy. The key is to make English a background part of your day rather than a separate task that requires effort. When energy is low, passive input is your best friend. Here's one that most learners completely overlook. Ramadan itself is full of learning opportunities if you approach it the right way. If you're speaking with family or friends, try to mentally translate conversations into English. Think about how you would express what's being said in English. What vocabulary would you use? What phrases come to mind? If you're attending iftar gatherings with people who speak English, treat every conversation as a speaking practice session. Focus on using natural phrases, asking questions, and expressing yourself clearly. You can even journal in English. Write a few sentences each day about how your Ramadan is going. What did you eat? How did you feel? What were you grateful for today? It doesn't have to be long or perfect. 3 to 5 sentences is enough to keep your writing sharp. Ramadan gives you rich, meaningful things to talk and write about. Use that. Trying to improve your grammar, vocabulary, speaking, writing, and listening all at the same time is overwhelming even outside of Ramadan. During Ramadan, pick one skill and focus on that only. If you're someone who wants to improve your speaking, spend your 10 minutes a day listening to natural conversations and repeating phrases out loud. That's your whole practice. If you want to build vocabulary, pick 5 new words a day. Learn them in context through example sentences, and review them the next day. That's it. If you want to work on listening, watch 1 short video in English per day without subtitles, and see how much you understand. 1 skill, focused attention, consistent practice. That combination produces more growth than scattered effort across everything. Every person has a time of day when their energy and focus are at their peak, even during Ramadan. For most people who are fasting, that's either early morning after suhoor and fajr, or later in the evening after iftar when you've had time to digest and recover. Find your best hour and protect it for English. Don't use it for scrolling. Don't use it for casual conversation. Use it for intentional learning. Even if your best hour is only 30 minutes of real focus, that's more valuable than 2 hours of distracted studying. Everything else in your day can be passive learning. Podcasts, shows, social media in English. But that one focused window is where the real progress happens. Being strategic about your timing is what separates learners who improve during Ramadan from those who just wait for it to be over. The last 10 days of Ramadan are intense. Many people increase their worship significantly, and their schedule becomes even more demanding. This is not the time to push yourself academically. During the last 10 days, scale back to passive learning only. Podcasts, shows, reading in English. Don't pressure yourself to study formally. And here's something important. The consistency you built over the first 20 days is not going to disappear in 10 days of lighter practice. Your brain doesn't work that way. Trust the process and protect your spiritual focus during those final days. When Eid comes, you'll pick right back up, and you'll realize you didn't fall behind at all. Quick recap. Don't stop learning English during Ramadan. Just adjust how you learn. Shrink your study sessions to 10 to 15 minutes. Lean into passive learning through podcasts and shows. Use Ramadan conversations and journaling as practice. Focus on one skill only instead of trying to improve everything at once. Find and protect your best hour of focus. And during the last 10 days, keep it light and trust the progress you've already made. Small, consistent effort is always better than stopping completely. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone who is fasting. You're doing something incredible, and your English journey doesn't have to pause for it. If this lesson was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next on this channel. Leave a comment and tell me which strategy you're going to try this Ramadan. I'd love to know. Remember, progress doesn't always look like a full study session. Sometimes it looks like 10 minutes before Fajr and a podcast on your commute. That counts. Keep going, keep learning, and keep showing up for yourself. I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care.